Three views of iso-threaded hexagonal board 100 mm long, 20 mm diameter and thread length of 50 mm and hexagonal nut assembly in the axis horizontal position indicate all the proportions and the actual dimensions. Before moving on to this diagram or the drawing, we should know the terminologies first. First, nominal dia. So nominal dia is given 20 mm. Here is given in the problem, and length of the bolt is given. The total assembly is given. Nominal dia. So this is the original dia. Nominal dia is 20 mm. Width across flats. This is width across flat. So here you can see two flats. Right? So width across flats is given. The formula is 1.5d plus 3 mm. 1.5 times dia plus 3 mm gives 33 mm. Your dia is given. Nominal dia is given 20 mm. So if you multiply this 20 mm with this 1.5 mm, right, plus addition of 3 mm, it gives 33 mm. Width across corners. This is these two are the corners. Width across corners is given is 2d, 2 times dia of the actual dia or the nominal dia. 2 into 20 it gives 40 mm. Thickness of bolted. This is bolted. Thickness of bolted. This is the thickness of the bolt. This is thickness. This is 0.8d. Then thickness of nut. This is a nut. This is thickness of nut. Here the thickness of the nut. Thickness of the nut is 0.9d. Thickness of bolt head is 0.8d. Thickness of nut head is 0.9d. Length of the bolt will be given. Thread length, sometimes they give in this problem the thread length is given 50 mm. Sometimes thread length won't be given. In that case, if thread length is not given, so if length of the total length of the bolt is less than 150 mm, we have to take 2d plus 6 mm, 2 times diameter plus 6 mm. If length of the bolt is greater than 150 mm, we should go for 2 times d plus 12 mm. Yeah. This is front view of the bolt and nut assembly. This is top view of the bolt and nut assembly. This is right side view. So right and left. Right side view of the nut and bolt assembly. Now we start drawing this front view. So first we should draw the total length of the bolt. Now I have drawn the length of the bolt 100 mm long. So what about the width? Width is width is the diameter. Diameter of the bolt. So nominal dia is 20 mm. Nominal dia of the bolt is 20 mm. Now we should draw this thickness of the bolt. Thickness of the bolt. Height and thickness of the bolt head. First we should draw the axis. Now I should set the height of this bolt head. How can I know the bolt head? So width across the corners. See, we can check. If you draw the projection line from the width across the corners, we'll get to know the height of the bolt head. So what is the width dimension? Width across the corners, it is 2 times diameter, it is 40. So what will be the total length? Total length of the bolt head, it will be 40. 20 mm on either side. 20 mm on either side of 20 between the so 20. What about the thickness? Thickness of the bolt head is 0.8 times d. 0.8 times is 16 mm. 16 mm. Yeah. This is dimension of the bolt head. This is just a plain bolt. So now we have to make thread on this bolt. Now we check root diameter. There is a thread diameter. How to find out thread diameter? 0.9 times d. 0.9 into diameter 20 gives 18 mm. Yeah. So now I am going to designate or draw the 0.9 times d, the root dia. Root dia is 0.9 times d, 18 mm. So I'm going to draw 18 mm. So 9 mm on both sides. From the center, 9 mm. Here, what is the length of the thread? Here, thread length is given 50 mm. If thread length is not given, we will go for this formula. We will go for this formula. Depend on length of the bolt. If length of the bolt is less than 150 mm, we go for 2D plus 6 mm. If length of the bolt is greater than 150 mm, we go for 2D plus 12 mm. Now 50 mm is given. We set the thread length as 50 mm. Yeah. Now we can observe this is chamfer at the end. This is chamfer at the end. What is the chamfer angle? It is given. Chamfer bolt end is 0.1 times D, 0.1 D is 2 mm thickness, and chamfer angle is 30 degree. Now we should make a chamfer at the end of the bolt like this. So what is the thickness of the chamfer of the bolt? So here it is given chamfer of bolt end is 0.1 times D, 0.1 into 20 gives 22 mm. So now we should make 2 mm offset, 2 mm thickness. Go for offset command. So 2 mm single. So I'm going to zoom this area. I'm going to select this line as 2 mm offset, 2 mm offset. Yeah, 2 mm offset. So I'm going to extend this line. Yeah. Now, what is the chamfer angle? The chamfer angle is given. It is 45 degree. Chamfer angle is 45 degree. Now I'm going to draw a line at an angle of 45 degree from this end, and from this end, the angle with respect to horizontal should be 45 degree. With respect to horizontal, angle should be 45 degree. So now I'm going to delete this 45 degree only. Yeah. So I'm going to extend this line. So trim the unwanted lines. I'm going to trim the extra portions. And leave it as is. Now it is extra portion is trimmed out. Next step, we should make chamfer like this. Like this, we should make chamfer. How to make chamfer? So first, extend this bolt length till the head of the bolt. Yeah, here also extend the line. Next step, identify the center of this portion. Identify the center of this portion. So now I'm going to identify the center of the portion. This is the center. So I'm going to draw a thin line. Draw a thin line. So I'm going to draw a thin line, small line. Then I'm going to draw a line which is at an angle of 30 degree. At an angle of 30 degree with respect to horizontal. This should be 30 degree. Yeah. Now I'm going to draw an arc. So this is the center. Trim the extra portion. So this is the center. I'm going to draw an arc. So this is a radius. Yeah. Here an arc, and one more arc on this side. Actually, this should be dark. This is our channel. So I'm going to make this as dark. Similarly, this side. So I'm going to just mirror this portion. Got it. Trim the extra portion. I don't want this. I don't want this. This. I don't want this. So auto center portion. Now arc. So So this is the center, the radius, draw like this, and one more arc, the same center. So make this as dark, extra portion trimmed. So this is our bolt head. Like this we draw bolt head. Similarly we have to draw the nut head like this. So while drawing nut head, the height of the nut head is same as the bolt, but when it comes to thickness of the nut is 0.9 times D, whereas bolt head is 0.8 times D. It is 16, it becomes 16 mm, but here nut head is 0.9 times 20, 0.9 times D, 18 mm. Anywhere on the thread I'm going to draw nut. I'm going to draw a nut. The height is same as this, which is 20. Total height is 40. Sorry, 20. Total is 40, but thickness should be, here it is, thickness of nut 18 mm, whereas bolt is 16 mm. So similar to bolt head, we have to make chamfer for nut head. I'm going to zoom this portion. Similarly, I will identify the center. So I'm going to draw a line, a thin line. Similarly, I'm going to draw a 30-degree line on this end, which is 30 degree to this vertical axis. 30 degree only. So we got intersection point. With this intersection point, these are the radius. We'll draw an arc in either direction. Make this as dark. Similarly on this direction. I'm going to mirror this. And next step, we have to make chamfer for the center portion. So anyhow we have the intersection point from this 30-degree line. So go to arc. So exactly this is the radius, the center radius. So draw arc on either side. Draw an arc on either side. Yeah, connect. So now make these two lines as dark. Two arcs as dark. Now trim the extra portions, unwanted portion. So this is unwanted, unwanted. Trim this unwanted portions. I don't want this. Now I have removed the unwanted lines here on unwanted line. Like this, we have to construct the front view of the bolt and nut assembly. Here you see. Show the major dimensions. Height, width, everything. Length of the board, and root dia, nominal dia, everything.